Good evening, my dear Knanaya friends. I am humbled to stand before you this evening on behalf of the Knanaya Catholic Congress of Central Florida's executive team to present some facts about our findings regarding the case against St. Thomas Syro-Malabar Diocese of Chicago for the unnecessary involvement in a rental agreement between Nativity Catholic Church and the building board, and also for the discriminatory attitude shown by St. Thomas Syro-Malabar Diocese towards our Knanaya Community Center. I just want to make it clear that our intention is just to present the facts of our findings and what we have done since we took office on November 11th, 2016, and not in any way intended to blame anybody. Before I begin, I would like to let you know that I have tried to be as brief as possible here. Hence, I had sent out all the documents as attachments this morning, which will help you to follow my presentation better. For those of you who are watching without seeing the attachments, you may feel lost when I'm referring to the attachments. But if you send an email to kcccsecretary@gmail.com, we will be happy to send you the attachments, and you can go back and listen to better follow. Now, the event. Nativity Catholic Church had booked our community center for their celebration of the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe for December 12th, 2015, Saturday, for the Spanish migrant community with various programs, one of which was a Latin Rite Spanish Holy Mass by Bishop Robert Lynch, the then Bishop of St. Petersburg Diocese. Once Father Dominic and Marangadiath found out about this Mass, they took actions to cancel this program. We lost a great opportunity to expose our community center to the Nativity Parish community. We want to make it clear that this was not a Syro-Malabar Mass, nor a Malayalam Mass, or a Mass for our community. See attachment B, letter from Nativity Parish priest, for details. If you notice, the Nativity Parish priest also said in his letter that he was personally disappointed that they were not given permission to celebrate Mass for the migrant brothers and sisters at our community center on such an important day, the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. The majority of our community was upset about this incident. We felt that we were discriminated when the priest of Nativity Church said that the only reason the Mass had to be moved from our community center was because it is a Knanaya community center. It was very unfortunate that this was stopped by one of our own Knanaya priests. The discriminatory attitude by St. Thomas Syro-Malabar Diocese towards our Knanaya community is clearly evident when the Holy Mass is not allowed in our community center, and at the same time, it is celebrated in other facilities like schools, hotels, auditoriums, etc. The then KCCCF Executive Committee, Building Board Directors, and the National Council members together sent a letter to Bishop Angadiath on January 16, 2016. This letter was also copied to Marmulakat, Knanaya Regents VG, Father Mulavanal, and Father Dominic. See attachment A for the complete letter. That letter concluded by saying, "We look forward to a favorable response to this matter in the next 30 days before we are forced to take other strict actions which will not be pleasant for both parties involved." Since there was no response from the Syro-Malabar Diocese, the building board directors were compelled to call a special general body meeting of building body members on March 12, 2016, and unanimously decided to move forward with legal action to get this matter resolved. This action was taken to get an explanation and to make sure that such actions will not happen again in the future. Hence, the building board directors hired a lawyer in May 2016, and the summons was sent on August 12, 2016. See attachment F. I hope the rumors that the case was filed after we took charge will stop after seeing this attachment. On November 10, 2016, I met with our Knanaya Region's VG, Reverend Father Molonal, and explained the situation to him and asked his intervention to resolve this issue. But to my surprise, he refused and said, "This is a local issue and you all should resolve it locally." The KCCCF General Body on November 11, 2016, unanimously decided that the case issue against the St. Thomas Syro-Malabar Diocese was something that happened during the previous Executive Committee's time, and any consequences that arise from this issue should not be directed or blamed on this new executive, which took office on November 11, 2016. Since we took charge, we made several attempts to maintain the unity within our community. The KCCCF leadership and church leadership together signed a memorandum of understanding. See attachment E. It is unfortunate that this memorandum of understanding was breached by the actions of Father Dominic. See attachment L. This morning, I had emailed all the important documents and the attempts our executive committee has made to maintain the unity within our Knanaya community. Please see all the attachments sent out this morning for more details. However, I would like to bring certain points to your attention that was done by Father Dominic to divide our Knanaya community. 1. We agreed on a unified Christmas program and all other programs like in the past 2 years at our community center. But Father Dominic failed to keep that promise by conducting the Christmas program at church. 2. Based on his decision, KCCCF moved our Christmas celebration to December 31st to avoid a division within our community. But shamefully, Father Dominic yet again made an unchristian decision to move the New Year's Eve Mass to 10 p.m., which we believe is the first Mass at 10 p.m. in the history of Sacred Heart Church, to disrupt our KCCCF Christmas program. Our executive has taken this unchristian action very seriously, and we assure you that we will do everything within our limits to try to stop such actions from happening again in the future. Third, Father Dominic falsified information from the altar to defame KCCCF and confuse our people through his PowerPoint presentation. We will give time for Achan to give the correct information to our people about his false information in the PowerPoint in a timely manner, failing which we will be compelled to come on Facebook Live again to prove this. We would also like to bring to your attention that some of the unprofessional actions by Father Dominic, like producing our memorandum of understanding to the lawyer and leaving unprofessional and accusing voicemails on my phone, has forced the KCCCF Executive Committee to unanimously decide that we will do all official communications with the church leadership via emails only, copied to both church and association executive committees. We also made the church leadership listen to the voicemails from Achan so that they understand why the KCCCF executive committee had to take such a decision. It is really unbelievable that we have not received any replies for our several emails to Achan and the church committee to this date. Not only that, they even removed my email and the KCCCF secretary at gmail.com email from their email group and have not added it in spite of our written request to do so. Another point I would like to bring to your attention as to how Father Dominic misleads or confuses our people is how he has twisted the meeting's decision between Achan, myself, and the building board chairman, where he mentioned in his email to the church community and in his announcement at church that myself and the building board chairman agreed to call for a general body meeting of the building body. Please see attachments I-1 and I-2 for the complete description of our meeting and be your own judge, my dear friends. My dear Knanaya brothers and sisters, leadership will come and go, but our kids and we remain here. It is our responsibility to stay together and prove our strength and unity. We should stay united and defeat all outside forces that try to divide us. We want to make it clear that we are not against the church, but we will not allow any forces that try to destroy our unity. We assure you that we will do our best to defend our identity and protect our association. I would like to conclude with a verse from the Bible, Amos 5:24. But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. Yes, my dear friends, we can pray for justice, we can work for justice, but ultimately it comes down to specific moments like this when we are to be a voice for God in response to the injustice we encounter. Please pray for us that the Lord will give us the strength and courage to be His voice until justice prevails. Yes, my dear friends, let me repeat. Let justice roll on like a river and righteousness like a never-failing stream. I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas and request your presence with family at our community center on December 31st, 2016 at 7 p.m. for our KCCCF Christmas celebrations and to welcome the new year 2017. Looking forward to see you all at our community center on December 31st, 2016. Thank you, and God bless our Knanaya community. Thank you.